Hi everybody, welcome to Tuttle Up Stamping. Nice to have you here today. My name is Judy Tuttle and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Lincoln, Nebraska. And I'm here tonight with an online card class. I was supposed to come on Monday night. Usually I come on Mondays. But Halloween threw a wrench in that and I decided to come on tonight because I want you guys to be able to watch me as I do these cards. So how's everybody doing out there? I hope you all had a happy Halloween. I had an awesome day. There we go. I'm trying to click everything over here for us. All right. So hi, Margaret. Thanks for coming tonight. I had a nice Halloween. We had more trick-or-treaters than we've had in a short time now, and they were so cute. It was so much fun. And then I spent the night getting my breast cancer fundraiser kits all packaged and ready to go, because Friday night I'm doing my online Zoom where we put all of those 10 cards together. And I was so happy that last night I was able to make a $200 donation to the Susan G. Komen Foundation for Breast Cancer Research. So thank you for all of you that helped me with that. That was very encouraging. I was hoping to do more, but I realized that these are hard times for a lot of people. So thank you to those of you who were able to help, and I really appreciate that. So hi, Diane. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I have just a couple of quick things I want to talk to you about before I get started on these beautiful cards that I think you're going to love. First of all, the Fitting Florals suite just got released today, and I want to show you the beautiful projects I have made from this suite, because I'm having a card class on Thursday night, which is 2 nights from now. You can still register today. I'll put the registration link up in the description when I'm done here today. But I made this cute little treat bag. Won't that be fun? You could put gift cards in here. You could put candy. You could put lip gloss. All kinds of things. It's 1 inch wide by 1 inch thick by 3 inches wide. And I just loved this. This is using that paper and stamp set and dies from that kit. How simple is this and elegant is this card? Isn't that so pretty? These oval dies all come in the Fitting Florals die set. And those are super fun. This is a beautiful thank you card. This paper is part of the Fitting Florals Designer Series paper. And you can get this class to go or in person for $30 this Thursday night. If you want to come in person, it'll be at 7 p.m. at my house, 3011 Shelley Street in Lincoln, Nebraska. Or you can also take it to go, but you would need the stamp sets. I would die cut things for you, but I'm not allowed to stamp for you. So let me show you everything that comes in this. So these are the dies that come, and there's one, oh no, it's there. These are the dies that you get in the bundle. And there are 2 stamp sets that go with this suite. One that's called Framed Florals, that's just more everyday cards that you can make. That's what I used on the thank you card here, okay? And then there are holiday sentiments, and this is called Framed and Festive. And I love the fonts on these, don't you? Aren't those so cute? I love the fa la la. And that is what I used not only on this card here, but also on my little gift bag here. So these projects are projects that you can make either in person or to go on Thursday night. I will put the link above, but tonight that registration is ending. I can't take any more people after tonight, okay? So that suite just came out today, available for customers to buy. As a demonstrator, one of the fun things is that we get to buy things early. So we've been playing with this suite for a month, And there have been some beautiful, beautiful cards and designs on Pinterest. I want to show you some of the papers that come. Now, the designer series paper is only available until it goes away, okay? Until it sells out. So if you love this paper like I do, here we go. There's that page. This page, I believe some of these designs can be cut out with the dies, and then you get the B side, as my friend Michelle says, which is super pretty. I love that. Here's a smaller floral, and then kind of a hashtag kind of looking paper, navy, balmy blue, petal pink, evening evergreen are the colors in here. And this one, isn't that pretty? And then here's the back side of that. And that Christmas paper, which I don't know. I must not have had any. I must have cut it all and used it all. Oh, here it is right here. I don't know if I showed you that. Now on my card, I want to show you this real quick. It's the same paper as this. Can you believe that? I just took those berries with my red blends and just colored them in with red blends so they look a little more Christmassy. So that is fun. So I hope you'll consider coming to my class on Thursday night and being a part of that Fitting Florals. And if you can't come in person, if you live far away, or you just can't come, you got something else planned, but you love these projects, you can get it to go. You just need the stamp sets or a similar stamp set. I will package it all up for you and get it into the mail for you. Hello, Sue. Hi, Laura. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about my weekend. I'm going to move my camera down so you know how this goes. You're going to have to close your eyes for just a second as I get everything. It's not too bad of a transition. So this weekend I had kit classes. I had a kit class in the morning for 2 of my friends from work, and I had a afternoon kit class. Now on the morning kit class, this is our newest paper pumpkin kit. So paper pumpkin is as a kit that's somewhat of a surprise, not a huge surprise. They give you some hints throughout the month. They tell you what you're going to get in it. So this is a paper pumpkin kit that was called Ho Ho Ho. It's a subscription service. So you can get on Paper Pumpkin and choose me as your demonstrator. And you can start getting these card kits at home. Okay, they're around $20 with shipping, a little more added in for shipping, but let me show you the projects we made. So I invited my friends over Saturday, and there are 9 cards. 3 of them are these Santa cards. Aren't those adorable? I just love those. Let me move this a little further over that way. 3 of them was this Ho Ho Ho, and it has Santa's sleigh in the background there, and Ho Ho Ho, and you get those iridescent snowflakes, which is super fun. And there's some dimension to this. We popped a lot of things up, so I thought that one, this is one of my favorite paper pumpkin kits we've ever made. And then these Mary, got some embellishments there. Mary, look at that snowflake kind of craft paper in the back. Isn't that so cute? And here, and the nice thing about paper pumpkin, you guys, is everything comes in the kit. Look at these cute envelopes to match these cards. But once a kit is gone, sometimes you can get refill kits, but you'll never be able to get the kit with the stamps. And they also usually give you kind of a hint as to what's coming out next month. So next month is going to be a tags kit, and you can add on these cute little treat bags. They're $4 a piece for 10 bags. This is going to be next month. It's called the North Pole Sacks add-on. So it's these sacks that you can buy extra. You don't have to have the sacks, but a whole bunch of cute little tags that you can put on your gifts and your gift bags. Paper pumpkin is a great Christmas gift. If you're trying to think of something to do for that 10, 11, 12-year-old girl in your life that loves to craft, Paper Pumpkin would be a great subscription service to give to them. My granddaughter Lucy, who's 6, loves to do Paper Pumpkin every month, so that is super fun. And then, so we worked on those in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I did a kit class from our kits collection. Now, the difference is Paper Pumpkin, you have to wait to get it in the mail. Kits collection, you can buy and get them to your house right away. I sold 17 kits at this kit party. These ladies loved these kits. And so if you think you don't want to have a lot of crafty stuff around your house, the kits are the way to go because they're all inclusive. They come with the block, the stamps, the ink, the embellishments, the ribbon, everything you need to make the projects that are inside. And you can actually see what's in that kit before you purchase it. So there's no surprise to it at all. Okay, so tonight's online card class is going to be the Hope and Peace stamp set with the Snowflake Vellum paper, with the adhesive sequin dots and the white glittery ribbon. And one more thing. Oh, nope, that's it. Oh, the wonderful snowflakes. If you would like to get tonight's class in the mail, all cut and prepped and ready to go, you just need to place an online order in my store, TuttleUpShop right here.com, and use host code QQTGRJFD. I'll let this sit here for just a second so that you can see it. Hi, Maxine. Thanks for joining me. So place a $30 order by next Monday, November the 8th. Use the hostess code above. Maybe it's November the 7th. I don't know. If you place a $50 order, this class is for 3 cards, 2 each of the 3 cards. If you place a $50 order, I'm going to throw in a kit for 2 more cards for you, okay? I'm going to show you all those cards right now. I think you're going to love them. So here's the first card, Peace on Earth, Goodwill to All. Isn't that so pretty? That uses those gems, that wonderful snowflake, the Peace and Hope and Peace stamp set, and just a few die cuts. Now I will die cut this for you and punch out that little scallop circle that's behind it there. I'll have all the pieces ready to go for you, okay? Hope and Peace. Look at this card, you guys. Isn't this beautiful? Look, it's a fun fold. It's a Z fold. And wishing you the hope and peace of Christ this season. And you open it, may knowing Christ bring you peace for today, hope for tomorrow, joy in the season. So isn't that lovely? I just love these cards. This one says tidings of comfort and joy. We've got some evening evergreen paper, some more of that snowflake vellum paper, a label that I cut out of a stamp set that I had, and then that shimmer white ribbon. So pretty. I put a little piece of that vellum at the bottom. So these are the 3 that will be included in your kit. Hi, Jenny. For a $30 order. Okay, $30 order, you get these 3 cards, 2 of each design. You know what? This one is supposed to have a little bow on it, and it looks like it fell off. See if I can find that in here real quick. Maybe it just fell in I am not seeing it. Darn it, it does have a pretty little bow on it. Let's say that. Okay, so these are the 3 cards that you will get with a $30 order in my online store. I will send them to you, okay? And then if you place a $50 order this week, I'm gonna throw in the kits to make these 2 additional cards. Aren't they beautiful? So this one is a little flap. You open it up. How pretty are those snowflakes and those gems behind there? Emmanuel, God with us, the weary world rejoices. Isn't that so pretty? I love the shimmer and shine of that specialty paper. And this says God's blessings to you. And it is snowflakes and that snowflake vellum paper. So pretty. I just love the sparkle and shine in these. Okay, So, are you ready to get started? This is where you would go. TuddleUpShop.com using hostess code QQTGRJFD, or if you wait until after this video is over, I'm going to adjust my camera just a little bit further down here so you're not looking at my stomach as I craft. All right, and let's get started. Okay, so the first card I'm going to begin with is this one right here that says Tidings of Comfort and Joy. And let me grab my little kits over here. I put them to the side. All right, so I'm going to start with this one right here. I've got a piece of evening evergreen cardstock cut 5.5 by 8.5, scored in the middle at 4 1/4. So I'm going to fold that in half, and I am going to use my bone folder to get that really nice and tight. And I'm going to turn it this way. Okay, I have found that the best way to adhere this vellum paper is with some glue dots. Now, for this one, it's okay for me to put a little adhesive right here in the middle because look, it's all gonna get covered up with these circles, okay? So I'm gonna take my seal right in the middle and put some seal, but then I'm gonna take my glue dots and I'm just gonna put one glue dot in each corner. So one there, and it's gonna blend into the little dots on the paper, and that will help me adhere those corners to, let me get that one off the edge there. There we go. To my cardstock, right like that. So fun, right? Okay, and then I cut a bunch of circles. I just took my circle dies and just kept cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting snowflakes out of one of the sheets of this paper. And you can just use any snowflakes you want. I guess for you guys, I will choose them for you. But I'm gonna put one of my circles about right there. So what I'm gonna do is put a glue dot right in the middle of this circle. And I'm gonna adhere it about right there. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then I'm gonna take maybe, let's see, a little smaller one. See, not the exact same, but similar, right? And I'm gonna adhere this one kind of right. Maybe I'll put this one up here like that, okay? So I'm gonna do the same thing again. Put a glue dot behind this. Maybe even more than one, maybe two. And I'm gonna adhere this right kind of underneath that one right there. And then one more perhaps. Let's see, what do I have here? I'll give you a nice assortment. So perhaps this one right here, okay? So I'm gonna add glue dots to the back again. Hi, Jody. Hi, Kathy. Thank you. Thanks for coming on tonight. I'm sorry I missed you guys last night. Monday nights are my typical time, but of course last night was Halloween, so I knew that a lot of you would be distracted, and obviously I like you to give me your full attention when we're crafting. Yes, I'm just that vain. All right, so now I'm gonna take this label and I'm gonna stamp Tidings of Comfort and Joy. Now, where did I get this label? I got this label from the He's the Man. This is the one with the barbecue and all of that, but they have some great, look at these, some great labels in this set. So I used this one right here from the He's the Man die set. But of course, if you get this from me, I will provide that die cut for you, okay? So I'm gonna take my stamp here, and I'm using Evening Evergreen, and I'm gonna ink up that label right there. Beautiful. And I'm just gonna pop it up. This is a super simple card, isn't it? That's kind of one of the things I love about this one, is that it ends up just being stunningly beautiful. And you know me, I love those cards that are stunningly beautiful and don't take a lot of work, right? That the people are like, you made this for me? I'd be like, oh yeah, I slaved over it. Slaved over it. Okay, tidings of comfort and joy right there. Okay, I have already tied a bow with that white organdy ribbon, and I'm going to use another glue dot here, and I'm just going to add that bow right to the side of this label. Maybe I'll use 2 glue dots here, and I'm just going to kind of sneak it a little bit under this side of that label, maybe a little further down here. Here we go. And there's our bow. Pretty so far, right? But wait, we're gonna add some bling to this, and you know, there are things I should be using to show off how to, okay, I'm gonna take my take your pick tool because I had it right here. Sometimes I use take your pick tool, sometimes I use my scissors, sometimes I use my fingernail. Whatever's most convenient at the time. Okay, so I'm using the blue sequins, and these sequins, look how pretty these are. These are called the Adhesive Back Sequins and Gems. They're part of the Snowflake suite. And I'm just gonna start plopping them, that's a scientific word, right? Plopping them on my card here. Some in the center of my snowflakes, some kind of off like they're fluttering around like snow. I'm gonna put one in the middle there. I'm gonna put another one down here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, odd number. That's what we're gonna do. So, and then on the inside here of my, gotta get my little box here. I've got a piece of basic white that's cut 4 by 5 1/4. But before I put that on, I'm gonna add just a strip of this vellum paper right there to the bottom. And so again, I'm gonna focus on the corners. So sometimes you focus on the corners, sometimes you find a spot where you just know that glue dot is not going to show. So for this one, I'm going to do the corners for sure. I'm going to add one right here, kind of right where that dot is right there, and the other 2 corners here. Oh my gosh, do any of you have trouble with those glue dots sticking to your nails? I think it's because of my manicure. Okay, so add that right here to the bottom edge. We're Judifying this card, and I just realized I cut this a little bit long. So guess what? I'm going to cut this off, flush with the edge. I should have done that before. Then I'm going to add those glue dots again to this end right here. So this Hope and Peace stamp set is one that I had kind of overlooked until I saw some of the beautiful cards being made with the fonts on this, and then I was sold. So sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes I need to see some of the things that other people are doing with the cards before I buy in. And maybe that's why I'm here in your life, is so I can show you some beautiful things that you can do with this. Okay, so that's the first card. What do you think? I love that one. I love it on the Evening Evergreen, and I love the bling on it. So give me some thumbs up and some love if you like that card too. And then we will move on to our next card. Let me put that away. Okay. Our second card, we are using the Fresh Freesia. A punch with our circle, our new circle punch that has the scalloped edges on it. We're going to use one of those. Okay, let me got too much stuff out here. We want one of the labels, and this is cut from the seasonal label dies. Those are the ones that carried over from last year. Great labels in this set. I'm so glad they brought that back for this school year. I cut a piece of paper from that same Vellum, and this is kind of flocked paper. And then I have a strip of the blingy kind of snowflake, like circles on there. And what else do I need here? I feel like I'm missing one thing. Oh, a circle die. Hopefully I have that here. I might have to cut myself one. Okay, we'll go with it. All right, so I'm gonna put this over here. I'm gonna fold my cardstock in half, and again, it is 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. I'm gonna use my bone folder here to get a really nice straight edge on that. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and put this label on my cardstock right here. Okay, so I'm going to center that right in the center of my card. I kind of like how this shows through the vellum. All right, and then I'm going to put my vellum right on top of that. Isn't that pretty how that label shows through? So I am going to put some adhesive right down the middle here because all of that's going to get covered up. And then again, like last time, I'm going to put my glue dots right here in the corner of each of my corners here. Okay, let's just adhere that right on top, right there. Awesome. Okay, then I've got this piece of vellum, and I'm just going to adhere that right on top of this one, and I'm going to do those 4 corners again. So something you might want to put in your order if you're going to order for this class to go is some glue dots, especially when you're working with vellum. It's the best thing in my mind of really putting something on it that won't show through the other side quite as much. Okay, so need to get this a little straighter here. There we go. Isn't that pretty already? So pretty. Okay, so next we have our wonderful snowflakes. These come 24 to a package for $6. So you get a large number for a small price. Maybe I'll go ahead and do my piece on ours first. So for some reason, you guys, I don't have this circle cut out. So let me grab those dies really quick. Happen to have them right here. And I'm going to grab my mini. Here we go. That's the nice thing about the mini is that it's easy to grab on the fly, right? So, for the first time ever, I got some exciting news that I made one of the top 150 lists in the company. They announced those today. I've never made a list before. It's an achievement list, and out of the top 150, came in 149th. Barely made the list, but by golly, I made it in team building, which is so exciting for me because I have never made a list before. I don't know if this little piece, I'm just pulling up a scrap. I better get a little bigger piece here. I've never made a list before, so I was honored to even make the list. It was a super fun surprise. I wasn't even expecting that at all. Okay, so I've got a circle. I just found my ID that I was looking for this morning. A circle die that is about 2 1/8 inches. Okay, it's from the Stitched Circles. Of course, if you buy this kit to go, I will cut this out for you, just like I'm doing now for myself. Okay, see how easy that was? That's all it takes. So that was an exciting surprise. I wasn't expecting that, and like I said, I've never made any kind of list before, so that was an honor. Thank you, Jody. My friend Jeannie called me after work, and she said they put the lists out today, and I said, oh, I never make those lists. I'm not a big wig quite yet. And then she said, you're on it. 149 in team building. So, gosh, what an honor. That made my day. Feels good to be recognized, right? Thank you, Diane. My friend Diane is on the list, and it's kind of a fun thing to celebrate. So I'm not going to talk about that anymore because I know God had a lot to do with that, and the people that God brought into my life. So, okay, so I'm taking that Peace on Earth and Goodwill Towards Man. I better tell you what ink I'm using. I used Gray Granite is the color I used. That is the color I used for this scallop circle as well. And I'm just going to adhere that circle to that punch. Boop, boop. Do you guys make noises when you put your adhesive on the back? I always go voop, voop. I don't know why. When I was a math teacher, every time I draw the line, I'd say swoop, swoop. I don't know. They used to make fun of me for that. So, whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. I'm adding some seal to the back of this, and then I'm going to lay my ribbon down, and then I'm going to flip it over and lay it down again. So I just put some seal on the back there, and then I'm going to flip it over and lay it down one more time. So a little zigzag there, and then I'm going to cut this end off, and then I'm going to use dimensionals and pop this up on the top of my card here. So I know you're thinking right now, how can I get that kit from Judy? Well, if you would like to get this kit in the mail, you just need to place a $30 order in my online store. And I'm only doing 3 cards with a $30 order, a kit for, well, 3 designs, 2 of each. But if you place a $50 order, I'll give you 5 designs. The 2 of each that you get of this and 1 of the other 2. I'll show you again at the end if you came on a little bit late. All right, now you guys, all I have to do is take this wonderful snowflake. Laser cut snowflake is so, so pretty. I'm going to put a dimensional on the back, and look how they designed this. That dimensional fits exactly in that hexagon on the back of that snowflake. And I'm just going to add this so it overlaps my label just a tiny little bit, but not too much that you can't read. There we go. And guys, all I have to do is add those sequins, and this time I'm using the more purpley ones, the more fresh freesia here. And I'm gonna put one in the center, and then I'm just gonna scatter these. I messed that up. Here we go. I'm gonna scatter these around anywhere I want them. Okay, let's try that again. Swoop that up, lay it down, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. Let's put another one up here. What do you think? So pretty, isn't that so pretty? So now I'm just going to take another piece of my basic white here. Let me grab one. Oh, good night. There we go. Sorry about that. I had picked up the wrong. I cut a whole bunch of these basic whites right here, and I'm going to put that right on the inside. There we go. And then I'm going to add a sentiment. I need to put this one. I think I'm going to add this one that says peace on earth and goodwill towards man. Wishing you the hope and peace of Christ this season. I think I have that one out here already. Yep. I'm going to take that gray granite again and stamp that on the inside. So what I love about these cards is that they are so duplicatable, right? And simple enough, but stunning. Like, who wouldn't want to love to get that card in the mail? Isn't that beautiful? So that is our card number 2. I hope you love that. And the last one, give me a thumbs up and some hearts if you love this second one. Thanks, Michelle. I love them too. I love them too. They are stunning. Okay, so let me move those off to the side. And then my last card here, darn it, looks like my little bow fell off. So I'm going to make another one for my sample because I want you to see how pretty this is even before I put it together for you. All right. So I'm taking my white organdy ribbon. I'm tying a bow. I am so grateful for all of you that come and watch me every week. I really love the friendships I've formed with a lot of you over the years. A lot of you came on during COVID. That's when I really started doing Facebook Lives. Didn't know what in the heck I was doing at that time. I've learned. I'm getting better. But some of you are just so great, so great about watching me weekly, and I can't thank you enough of how grateful I am for you for supporting me. Okay, isn't that so much prettier with that bow on it? Okay, so this is the last card we're gonna make. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Okay, so simple too. So let me get my pieces out for this one. Put that one away. Okay, so we are using soft seafoam cardstock. We are using some vellum, and I have 2 pieces of vellum cut here. And I'll tell you those sizes here in just a second. I've got that one and that one. I have a banner from that same stitched Stylish Shapes die set. I have cut a frame, fancy frames, I think they're called. And I have a white piece here and I cut it twice. I cut it once in white, and so when you cut it in white, you get this outside frame piece, and you also get the inside piece. I showed you this in my last week's Facebook Live, and then I cut it again in soft seafoam just so I could get this green that would fit exactly, well, this one's not fitting exactly, but it will fit exactly inside that label. Actually, I think I didn't do that. I just cut this so that it would fit behind this frame, and I will show you how I did that in just a second. I wanted it a slightly bit bigger, but you do need the inside piece from this frame right here. And is there anything else I need? I don't think so. I think that's all there was to it. Okay, so I have a piece of soft seafoam cardstock cut 5 1/4 by 8 1/2, and I have scored it at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. So I'm going to fold it in half just like I always do. Okay, and then I'm going to fold it back on that 2 1/8 inch score line, back on itself right like that. Okay, now I'm going to take my vellum here and put it right on the front there. So this is cut 2 1/8 by 5 1/2. I want it to cover the whole front of that panel. Okay, and then this one is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and it's going to go right inside that bottom, that inside panel right there. So just like before, I'm going to add some dots to my corners. Well-placed dots, right? So next week, I'll be back on Monday night. On Thursday, I'm leaving with some of my team members, and I'm going to put some right here because I know that this piece right here is going to be covered up with this frame, okay? So I'm going to add that to this front panel, and you kind of need to be pretty exact on getting those corners lined up, right like that, okay? There we go. And then this one, I'm going to do the same thing with my 4 corners. And I can also do the middle of this vellum with, I don't know, I did pick it up, good, with some adhesive, because there's going to be a label over the center of this. So I know I don't have to worry about the adhesive showing through right there on the center. Okay, so have you guys started making Thanksgiving plans? I love Thanksgiving. I think I love Thanksgiving as much as I love Christmas. Christmas is kind of hectic, I think. Nice thing about Thanksgiving is that it's not quite as hectic. Okay, so there's my card front, and then I'm gonna take my soft seafoam piece right here. I'm going to flip my frame over, and I'm just going to lay this right on top. And let me tell you what the size of this is. So I cut it to fit right in that frame. It's going to overlap the edges just a little bit. And let me grab my ruler here. So it is 2 1/2 by 3 1/8. 2 1/2 by 3 1/8. Okay, now I'm going to do what I did last week. Let me get this lined up again, and I'm going to take my tearing tape. Let me switch that over right here, and I'm just going to adhere this so that that piece will stay inside that frame. So I'm going to take a little piece of tearing tape and put it right here at the bottom. Let me use my bone folder and kind of burnish that a little bit so it stays. I'm going to do the same thing up here at the top. I know, my bone folder, can you tell I've used it to re-ink my ink pads to flatten out? There's probably a better way to do that, right? But it has a dual purpose in my craft room. Ink pad, re-inker, and a bone folder. Duet. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this other side here. Just enough to adhere those two pieces together right there. Okay. I'm going to burnish that and burnish that there. Okay. There we go. So there's our frame. I'm going to take one of these wonderful leaves, and I don't need to pop this up. I can just adhere it right in the middle because it's going to be covered up with yeah, isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I just love that. Okay, and then I've cut this banner out from my Stylish Shapes, and this banner measures about 3.5 by about 1. 3.5 by 1. And I'm going to use my gray granite ink. So that's another thing great about these cards is that I'm only using 2 ink pads. What did I just do with my gray granite ink? That I just had, oh, there it is. I see it. I see it right here. Okay. I'm going to ink up the Wishing You the Hope and Peace of Christ this season. I just love the sentiment. Oh, I had that upside down. Let's flip that over. There does seem to be a right and wrong way with these stitched shapes. There we go. And I am going to pop that up right over that snowflake. There we go, and I don't know if I'll be able to tie a bow out of that, so I'm going to grab that ribbon that I just had, and you guys know how to tie a single bow. You just make a loop with the tail in the front, take this longer piece, wrap it around, and punch it in the hole right there, and pull it tight. Sometimes you have to fiddle it around a little bit, but it always works for me. All right, I'm going to pull this tight, then do some adjusting. Oh, thank you, Teresa, for sharing, and thank you, Teresa, for being a part of my breast cancer fundraiser. I so appreciate you. I hope we get to meet someday so I can thank you in person. But if you ordered the breast cancer fundraiser and you live out of town, those orders all went out this morning. So you should easily get them before Friday. And then I will send you the PDF between now and then. And we can Zoom and do them together if you wish, or if not, you have the instructions right there. I'm going to put a couple of glue dots on the back of this ribbon just to be sure that it's going to stay really well. And I'm just going to put that right up there at the top. Okay, already beautiful. You can make that, would be a pretty tag, wouldn't it, for a gift. Okay, so I'm going to attach this here to the front of the card, and I'm only going to put dimensionals on the left half of this label. So I'm going to flip this over, so it's going to be this side right here, and I'm going to add dimensionals all the way down here. I love these cards. I hope you love these cards too, and I would love to get a kit in your hands. And the way to do that, I keep repeating this just for the people who come in late, is if you place a $30 order in my online store, TuttleUpShop.com, I do have a hostess code for you to use. I will put that in the description, but also, let me see here, with a direct link. So you don't have to worry about knowing the host code. You can just click that link and the host code will automatically go into your order. So you don't have to worry about forgetting that or not knowing what it is. If you click the link in the description after I'm done, it should take you right there. All right, so now I have this white piece that was in the center of this. We're not gonna let that one go to waste this time. And I'm gonna take my sentiment. Let's see, which one did I use? Yep, this one right here. And I'm gonna add it to this white label in that same gray granite. So the only two inks I've used on all of these cards are gray granite and evening evergreen. Here you go. May knowing Christ bring you peace for today, hope for tomorrow, and joy in every season. I'm going to attach that to the inside of this card with just seal. And I like to kind of center it on that label and then fold this over, and then I know that that label will be behind the other one. It won't show on the front. So there you go. What do you think? Do you love that? I love these cards. Okay, so I'm going to show you everything again and let you see the 3 cards that I made tonight. This is our Hope and Peace card. That's the Fun Fold card. We made the Peace on Earth and Goodwill to All card and the Fresh Freesia. And then the Tidings of Comfort and Joy and the Evening Evergreen. So, so pretty, isn't it? Okay, so those are the 3 cards. These are the 3 cards that you will get enough to make 2 of them, of all of them, so 6 total with a $30 order. Sorry, I'm trying to get rid of that dimensional back there. With a $30 order, okay? So if you order $30 from my online store, you will get a kit to make these 3 cards twice over, okay? If you place a $50 order, I'm gonna throw in an extra card kit, whoops, for you to make this Emmanuel God with Us kit, and an extra card kit for you to make God's Blessings to You card as well. Okay, so these are 2 bonus cards that come with a $50 order. These are the 3 cards times 2 that you get with a $30 order. So I hope that makes sense to you. You will just go up to the description after this video is over. There'll be a direct link into my Tuttle Up shop using this host code, and you can get started. I will be cutting these orders this weekend and getting them out by next Monday, okay? So I need your order before next Monday if you want to get your card kit in the mail, okay? All right, I'm going to flip my camera up, flip everything back around. There we go. Thank you everyone for watching me tonight. I so appreciate your time, and I'm humbled that you're willing to come and spend your time with me. Remember that Tuesday night is not my normal time. My normal time is Monday night, so join me back here next Monday night at 7 o'clock with another online class to go. So God bless everyone, and we'll see you next Monday. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting this turned off.